Down, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Elway. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The sack by Michael Bennett, the native of tiny Independence, Louisiana.
I'm here all day. No.
Here's Elway. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness of the sack. To try again after the sack. Brady. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach in our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, it's Kelsey on the ground. Past the 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful at getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Elway. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hudson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's Elway to throw. Well, now Elway has it stripped. The ball is out, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Finding room at the 30. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw, and it's complete to Kelsey. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A give running right is Chubb. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Brady. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Chubb. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Pick up. 540.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 45-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Back to throw, Love. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Ingram. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now it's Love. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Luck on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. We're scoreless after one. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After the run, Luck on a throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And the pressure gets to him again. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 12. Rip right.
3rd and long, it's Locke. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. While we have a second, wanted to check in on how the first-year head coaches are doing, because week 1 was not very kind to them. They went 1-6-1. Matt LaFleur was the only winner. But week 2, not a ton better, Charles. They were 3-5.
And really not a surprise. And remember, Freddie Kitchens and Adam Gase squared off on Monday night with Freddie Kitchens and the Browns getting the victory. But Bruce Arians, Matt LaFleur, they won this week as well. But again, not a major surprise, because typically, if you're a new head coach, you took over a bad team. So you're just trying to build and get better.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kevin Pierre-Louis able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Well, there was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Kevin Pierre-Louis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is?
And a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And he's got room. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got it. Mike. 12. Mike
A shotgun snap for Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Regular.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams...
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Fitzpatrick. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Luck stepping up. He'll try and run. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. Turn this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. He's going to have the first down past the 20. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Love. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 12.
Now it's Love. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he missed it. Oh, would you believe it? It is no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough of a cushion that they're able to survive what happened in the fourth quarter.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching